Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Today's video is going to be part 1 of 2, and I'm going to be talking about 2021 planning and goal setting. But first things first, if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. My name is Coach D, and I love navigating life strategically. A part of that does include planning, hence why most of my content on my channel is centered around planning, organizing, mommy hacks, and things to help you to balance, grow, and succeed. But in today's video, I want to talk about some planner strategies as we close out 2020 and go into 2021. I've seen a lot of chatter and posts and commentary on social media about people who are ready to just start planning for 2021. And that's great. I am a huge advocate for planning because I believe that it helps you to stay organized so that you can achieve your goals. It also reduces stress. And we know that 2020 has thrown some things at us, and it's been a heck of a year. So when we start our planning journey for 2021, I don't want you to miss a critical component of your planning for the new year. And that critical component is taking the time to reflect on 2020. Now, hear me out. Don't be so quick to dismiss 2020. I get it. It's been a crazy year. And a lot of our plans were just snatched from up under us, like literally snatched from under our feet. But we do want to take the time to reevaluate some of the things that we were still able to accomplish in 2020 so that we can set ourselves up for success in 2021. So what I mean by that, when you're reflecting on the goals that you were able to accomplish, what of that can you replicate in 2021? Did you create a new system for your cadence around the home so that you can balance work and life or business, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, so that you can balance the responsibilities that come with that? Did you create a system for managing virtual schooling or working remote? What systems did you put in place so that you were able to get through 2020, or so that you were able to accomplish your 2020 goals? What of that do you want to carry into 2021? So it's important before we start planning for the new year that we assess our wins so that we can ride that momentum into the new year so that we can be more successful in the coming year than we were in the current. The other thing that's important for you to do is to assess your areas of opportunity. So what could you have done better? In spite of the pandemic, in spite of any challenges that you may have had career-wise, any changes to your daily life, in spite of all of that, what elements could you control that you could have done better? Maybe you could have focused more on self-care so that you could reduce your stress and manage the uncertainty of our new lives. Maybe you could have planned better and try to mitigate some of the stress that come with chaos and change when we don't have a plan. Maybe you could have done better with your budgeting. I know for us, this new normal, this pandemic presented an opportunity for us to have our kids at home, which drastically reduced one of our largest expenses, which was our childcare expense. So we were able to use that as an opportunity to pay off debt and leverage that additional salary or whatever. So that additional portion of our income, right? Not having to pay that expense. So what areas could you have done better? Perhaps you had the opportunity to maybe leverage some savings, but you didn't, and you want to change that in 2021. So it's important to assess your areas of opportunity so you know what to do better. And the last tip that I'll share is that it's important to go back to your goals. And I have my planner here. You guys already know this is my favorite planner. And I purchased this planner for 2021 as well. Sorry. I purchased this planner for 2021 as well. But in the front of it, it has a section for goals. So I did a brain dump of all of my ideas at the start of the year. Now, granted, some of these ideas I wasn't able to accomplish, or some of these plans I wasn't able to accomplish. So for example, I had some travel goals, y'all. I love to travel. But The only travel plan that I was able to get in this year was a birthday trip to Miami. And it was right before, you know, kind of COVID took off in the US, and we had to start to reel it in, but that was in early February when I was able to travel last. But I had some other goals up here for traveling, and things like that. We have to roll with the punches. So when you're reflecting on your year, don't get discouraged because it didn't look like you wanted it to. Don't get discouraged by that. Life happened to us all. Use that as a motivating focal point for you to set different goals in 2021. Maybe you implement some elements of flexibility into your goals so that you won't feel like, man, this year just outright sucks. But, just implement some elements of flexibility so that you will be pleased when you close out 2021. So the other goals that I had were around like some professional development goals, and there was still the opportunity to move forward with those goals. It was just different because it would have been virtual as opposed to in person. I was looking to join some groups to help with networking and to take some courses live and things like that. And granted, some of them were moved to a virtual platform, but I didn't feel like the investment that I would have made financially would have given me as robust of a return as I would have with a in-person experience. So some of the goals, I have to take them for what they are. But when I reflect, I want to see, okay, well, maybe I made that decision in 2020 to not attend some of the virtual options for these events, but maybe I'll revisit it in 2021 to say, okay, this is, what we have to adjust to now. Maybe I'll try it out, try 1 or 2 opportunities out to see if I can implement those into my 2021 goals. And then it just kind of looking through, this is bringing back all kinds of memories, y'all. Looking through my brainstorming goals from the start of this year. And one of the focuses was on self-care. And for me, that's an area of opportunity going into 2021. It'll remain a goal, and I'll have to define it better so that I'm able to achieve it. The other goal that I had was around my reading list. And some of the books still remain on that reading list. So I have to make sure that I go back for the goals that I didn't accomplish this year. Or maybe I, accomplished 50% of the goal, but not its entirety. So I want to make sure that those become a priority, or, maybe a habit tracking point for me in 2021 so that I can develop that cadence, so that I am, focusing on my self-care, that I am reading more, that I am studying more, that I'm doing my Bible studies and things like that. And the last thing that I'll touch on is fitness. So fitness has been a touch and go point for me. Finding the opportunity, well, I have the opportunity. I just have to create the space, right? And have the determination to want to actually work out. It's a struggle, y'all. But that's something that I want to focus on in 2021, is what's going to help me to be consistent with that goal. Like, working out is important. Eating well is important. Drinking my water is important. Making time for my health is important. I want to live long, guys. I have 4 kids. So that's something that I want to focus on going into 2021. And I think without taking the time to self-reflect, I would have missed out on, 1, reminiscing on some of my old goals and the memories from the things that I was able to accomplish. And 2, I would miss out on the opportunity to become better year over year. And that's our ultimate goal, to continue to grow in life and grow through life. So I hope that you found this helpful. Leave me some comments down below. Do you take time to self-reflect before you close out a year and start planning for another? Let me know in the comments. Also, give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you hit subscribe, y'all. I would love to welcome you to my YouTube family. Bye for now.